Okay guys, I'm making some DIY reusable grocery bags. I've got a bunch of straps here. I'm going to sew those first, and then I've got one bag ready to go. I found the instructions on Pinterest and I really liked them. The bag is, I've got 36 by 17, and then we're doing French seam, so it's pinned wrong sides together initially, sewn up the sides, and then flipped and resewn. These are 25 by 4, and they're folded to the center and then folded again. You can kind of see there. Obviously I've got 2 per bag, but like I said, I've only got 1 bag pinned right now. I've got all the straps, and then I've got a couple of smaller sizes from the leftovers that I'm going to make some from that size too. I don't remember what size they were because it was just whatever was left over. And I'm using a flat king size sheet, because frankly I hate flat sheets. I feel like I get tangled up, and then it's just one extra thing to make the bed in the morning. They drive me nuts. So I never use them. Matter of fact, that's where most of ours are, on the windows. So this was one of the extra ones. I think it was the only extra one I had left. So that's what I used, because that's what I had. So yeah, so I'm going to get sewing. I've got the kids here. Big guy's at work today. So all the kids are in the living room, so I'm not going to record the actual sewing process because I've got cats meowing at the door, kids screaming in the other room. Just way too much noise. But I'll periodically stop and try to show you the steps as I get to them. So, like I said, I cut all the fabric out and made sure I had 2 straps for every bag. I have 8 bags, so I have 16 straps. And then I've got these folded. I did all of them, all the straps first, because I wanted to have those ready for when I have the bag sewn. So, my room is a mess. Yeah, I've got laundry going in the other room, and it's 9 o'clock at night too, so that doesn't help. And yeah, so I'm going to get sewing on the straps, and I'll get the 1 bag sewed, and I'll show you what how that one goes. And yeah, I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've got all of the straps sewn. They're piled there. And I did go ahead and do the first sew on the bag itself. And again, wrong sides together. I just stitched up both sides. At the bottom, I did kind of do this funky thing that she suggested in her tutorial, which I'll try and link in the comments. But basically, you fold it up so that it'll have a flat box the corners when you're done with it, which I kind of liked. So now what I'm going to do, and I gave it a pretty hefty seam allowance on the side. I had made mine a little wider than her measurements were. I just evened out the number, but I made it a little heavy on the side because I was cutting fabric and talking to the kids at the same time, so I wasn't exactly being very precise. But now I'm going to go back and trim off a lot of the excess until probably, about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch from where I've already sewn. Then I'm going to turn it right sides in and then re-sew up the sides again, and that'll mean all of the initial seam that I've sewn here will be inside the seam, so it's less likely to fray. So I don't have a serger, so that is perfect, and this material does fray. You can kind of see it's already doing that. So I need to hem the top, and I'll do that when I add the straps. But right now I'm going to trim that side seam and flip it and re-stitch it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I got to go pin the rest of the bags. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this one first. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so the first bag is finished. I went back through and sewed it the other way. So you can see now the side seam is all nicely enclosed, so I don't have to worry about it fraying. I rolled it down and then down again and stitched it along the bottom and the top and added the straps, and I just stitched over each end multiple times. I did one of the blue ones and one of the regular ones. Not that you can see it because you were looking at the table. I'm going to do one for each because this was actually the contrast fabric at the top of the sheet. The only thing I thought was weird, hold on Ryan, Ryan's in here visiting with me, was that flap that I did. I had to push to one side or another, so I'm hoping I don't have any issues with that, but I don't think I will. And so I just pushed both ends to one side and then restitched my seams, so that just gives it a little bit of a bottom for the bag. And the nice thing about this if anything leaks, I can just throw it in the washing machine and it's clean again. So, yeah, there you have it. I guess I should turn it right side out. That would help, yes. Right? Trying to do this one-handed, it's kind of comical, though.
Okay, I have a question, Danielle.
Okay, what?
How do you make these?
How do I make what? The bags? I just did it. I just sewed it all together. So there is the finished product. I haven't pressed out that corner yet, so it's kind of wonky looking, but there's the finished bag. I'll take some pictures of it when I've got all of them done. This is just the first one. I think I've got 8 more, or 7 more to do, because I had enough for 8 total. So there's that one. I'll get to doing the rest of them once I'm done. See ya soon. Okay, don't mind the background noise. Kids are all still here. They're bickering and arguing and getting chores done, but I finally have all the bags done. Molly still my plate while I was sewing. Shocker there, I know. But in total, 8 big bags and then 4 smaller bags. They're really not too much smaller. They're just, you can see the difference is minimal. I did change the way I did the handles in these other bags. I tucked them under this part. I can't talk today. And then sewed around the bottom, flipped the handles up, and sewed around the top again. So I had done the 2 rows of stitching already on the other ones, but this way I don't have to worry about the edges of the handles fraying. They're all tucked inside. So the one that I did make, I gave to one of the neighbors. So if you're looking at this going, there's not 8 bags there plus 4, there's, 1 short. That's because the other bag I gave to her already. And so I've got 7 here of the big bags and 4 of the smaller ones. So, and my hands are a little swollen today. But that's the final. They're all done. I'm going to fold them all up and stick them inside one of them and take them out to the car later on. So there you have it. It's all done. Molly's coming to investigate me. Apparently I've not paid attention to her, but I just folded up all of the bags and I'm going to tuck them inside that one there, and then that'll go out to the car the next time we go outside. You can hear my baby purring, huh? Yeah. Yeah, at least she's not as much of a pain in the butt as Mao is. But then again, she did have my cheese to eat, so that kept her occupied. But that's all of them stacked and folded, and then I'm going to tuck it inside the big bag. So I'll see y'all later.